Welcome back to PCM Yeti, episode number 56. We continue on with our dual races happening back to back. One is focused on the sprints, one focused on the punchy stages. This, Denmark, the sprints. Yeti leading us out. 13.5K gets us out front. Now we can back off a little bit now that we're in position. And hold off, being on full attack mode, but we can probably get a little bit of rotation out of these guys. Like Gutstein can probably go again here briefly, at least hold things up for these others. And if Giotti could even get in line and have another go. 9K. Giotti back in position. Shui done, so on to Gutstein. Shui not going to have a second go. We want him on the back. We want to keep him there. Gutstein did not last long, but at least he gave us a little bit more. And 6.7, so we're definitely getting down to it. Giotti did give us that second go, so that was good. We definitely got some good support from the team members here with 5.5K to go. But we're not in the greatest position right now. 4K. We need to start soft sprinting. Wang. 3.5K out. Inside 3K. Becomes full sprint from here. Full gas. Lubers leading out Pickrell and Zhu. Zhu got a -2 today. Not a great condition as a team. It was another neutral day, though. Pickrell gets us out front. I have no idea how much time's left. It's inside a kilometer, but I think we're going to run out of red bar before the finish line, which is going to see us drop out of the top 3. So we were able to get through the crowd and get out front, but it expended our energy to do so. We get 4th on the stage. Pickrell gets 7th. So we shift our focus back over to Poland for a punchy stage. Do you see it? Yeah, I don't either. A few hills, bit of undulation along the way. Sprint finish. Definitely destined to be a sprint finish. But this is one of those kind of stages where on paper it says punchy. Sometimes the AI will not set up a proper sprint train for this one. It gives us a little bit of a better chance in the result. But as we drop down inside 70K, there's, undulation 5 more times? Coming up on 60K, so as we're going to go through, we're going to get water this time. Zipinati doing the job. Good climber. We're going to start a little bit early on this one. Let him climb. He's got the water. He's starting to make his way back forward. That was a few hundred meters earlier than I wanted, but he's a good climber, so it's fine. And there you go. Water task done. Final time for the day. 3 hills remain. Didn't look much like one, but now it's down to 2. Next one's classified, and it is steep, so this is where we're going to want to up our effort with 40K left. The front group originally was 9. Field didn't like having 9. Chased hard. It broke in half. Half of them came back to the peloton. Then we sat up, had a normal breakaway, but put just enough pressure on that 5 has whittled down rider by rider by rider. They never did fully recover, and so now there's only 2 riders left away with 30K to go. And one little hill remains between us and the unusual sprint. We're at full strength for it, but so is everybody else. But will they actually form a train? 19K, that hill is coming. I want to be a little early on our train this time. I want to counter whatever attacks come on the hill. It's classified punchy. I figure somebody's going to go for it on the last hill of the day. So as we start with 16.8K, I'm already down a rider by design. Hagland is punchy, but he's not a good sprinter at all. And as today's not actually punchy, Hagland's just going to get a free ride. So we're not using Hagland at all in the lead up. So we ride for Derek G for the stage, which means we're already down a rider. Zipinati, are we holding okay? Lost a little ground, but we're about to crest, and we're holding off Zana's attack. Abdullah's also out of red bar, so this is just going to allow us to kind of recover that position a little bit. Abdullah will work a little more. Zibanati's going to get that little bit of recovery and set us up for a second go. Now with 11k, so Abdullah, I think, can start pushing a little harder than a 93. This is also catching some of the riders out that, some of the field has not anticipated this up-tempo approach as Montez now takes over. Abdullah done, 8.5k. Hallinan, let's get him ready. So we're definitely into that 99 territory. Montez riding well, getting us inside 7k. He's actually hurting Zipanati. He's so fast today. And Zipanati's done just like that. So on to Hallinan. Am I ready for that? 3 riders left, 5.4k? Not really. I'll up the rest of them. Okay, Hallinan. Taking over a little later than I wanted. Kind of the problem of having a shortage of a rider there. Hallinan inside 3k. Soft sprint for him. Ponamar giving us the lead out today. He's got a little bit of pace this time. Oof. Difficult intersection there to set up Derek G. Derek G is well placed, but not the best place. Haglin's also going to have a go. Derek G! Are you kidding me? Is he going to hang on? Is he going to hang on? And he does! We get our second win of this race. What the hell just happened? That's teams not bringing... Right? It's the punchy guys at the front here. Caleb Ewan, Milan, DeLee. Like, their teams didn't ride for them. They rode for the punchers. And that's who we beat in that sprint. That was not a very good sprint. We should not have won that sprint. But we did. And for the second time in this race, and for the second time this season, our first World Tour race at the beginning of the year, Tour Down Under, we got 2 wins. 2 Pop 5 snowballs. And now for the second time this season, and just the second time that we've even snowballed, we're going to get 2 wins in the same race and 2 Pop 5 snowballs. So we're down to 5 nations on the snowballing, 2 5-3s and a few 5-1s. Without even looking at any of the riders, compared to Russia that we unlocked last episode, China is looking so much better, so much younger on the prospects that are coming up. But are any of them top prospects? We've got a couple current 4-star guys in their young 20s of the sprint variety. Oh yeah, that's a lot better than some of the riders we're seeing. The Chinese pool is definitely a lot more encouraging than the Russian pool, having looked through it. There's a lot of Chinese teams, and a lot of the better riders have found their way onto those teams. And there's a number of, if we had come across them a season ago or 2 seasons ago, certainly 3 seasons ago, they very well could have ended up on our team. But now that we have a lot of options, a lot of nations in the pool, right, it's much more of a limited draw, and the one you looked at is the only one who's added to the short list. But it's still encouraging. They just have a really low training rating. It kind of has them lag behind a lot of the other nations. On to the time trials. Both races have a time trial here, and 18k I think we're going to be pushing harder than a 74, but not sure how much harder. Problem with this one for Denmark is none of the riders are good time trialists, but I have 6 riders in the top 20, and there's a number of riders that have lost time at some point, so we could find ourselves still well placed, but we're not going to be anywhere near the top 10. I'm just hoping we're going to be good enough to maybe still collect something in terms of points. Gotstein weak to begin with, but I clearly can go much harder than the mid-70s I started out at. Right now, it's not about how much energy he has left and how hard we can go with that. It's more about what sort of tempo can we set, and I'm thinking maybe an 85 is going to be doable. For just 18k, the gaps have been really big so far. Wang has a +5, Giotti has a -4, so we're all over the place on that part as well. And our 6 riders are all kind of back to back to back. Wang, looking pretty okay right now with the race day condition bonus. Giotti would have been okay, but not looking so good with how things are shaping up. I think we're going to have to try an 84 for him, but Loopers about to set off. He's an awful time trialist. Wayne could be putting in a pretty good time on this one, all things considered. Only a 69 time trialist, but today it's a 75. Combined with the prologue, it's almost a 50-50 split. It's just a little more time trial than prologue. And he's got an 85 on that one, so he's putting in a very solid time. We're going to start pushing in 86, though. Giotti, the 84 is definitely helping him out. Let's push it back up to an 85. Meanwhile, for Lubers, let's drop it to an 85. Pick roll. Shui, these guys are all just 10 seconds down, so it's actually still very close. Problem with that is lots of riders, very close. Not normally a good sign. Pick roll heads out. +2 for him, but that only gives him a 63.70. So he'll ride with about a 66 today. From an 85. Wang, yeah, that 86 is fine. I think we'll be able to get an 87 at the end. He's in the top 25 time wise. Giotti, start pushing that 86 till the end. Lubers, good. Shui's about to set off. He's got a nice little positive as we head out. And we'll just start pushing harder for Lubers these last couple of K. Yellow bar's about to run out though before the finish line. So he just makes it there, but he's 5 minutes down. Pick roll 5.7. Let's start pushing that 86. Shui also. Getting overtaken and we're overtaking riders. It's a little bit of both. Shows just how much the field is all over the place. Final kilometer and a half. 400 meters. Pick roll 335 down. That's not going to be competitive. I think Wang is going to end up being our highest placed rider. Final kilometer for Shui. Tax a little early. 235 down. And now we're down to just Shu, who's on same time, but the 10 seconds that he's got over a lot of the field means nothing with atrocious time trial rating like he has. Final kilometer, but the yellow bar is running out, so he's got nothing to push for the end. 541 down. So Velasco takes the stage win and moves into the overall race lead. Wang is 19th. So we got somebody in the points. Meanwhile, back in Poland, this time trial is much shorter at 11.8 kilometers, definitely more prologue than time trial. But as we set off on this one, it's going to be really hard to judge because 10 out of the 11 kilometers is uphill. But how uphill is it? 3.7, at least at that point, Hallinan. I'm thinking, yeah, 86 is going to be kind of the tempo you want to set. -4 for Abdullah, that's not good. A lot of it's uphill, so climbing legs could help, but these guys aren't great climbers, they're just okay. Do I need to run an 85? We'll try it with Montez. Let's see what the 85 does for you with a little push at the end. The 86 is definitely a little too hard, so drop it to an 85 until you get to the climb. You can't go 86 for too long, but I think you can absolutely get up to speed and then push that 86 a little bit later. It looks like you're going to have plenty of yellow bar left. This is coming down to red bar, which means the minimum speed is 85. Right, that you're covered. Oh, Haglund, a -5 draw. Are you kidding? Come on. And we just got done real dirty by the game. Yes, it's raining, but there's no reason for a -5. Jeez. And look at that. 3 straight guys. 3 straight guys with a -12, bringing us to a -7 overall for the group. As we hit the climb, this is where you want to push harder again. Zippinati trying to accelerate through there. Climb that a little bit faster. So Hallinan also wanted the climb, so push for him. Abdullah, not quite there. Palmer about to set off. His race day condition is at least neutral. 85. Catching up to Abdullah, who's still on an 85 and about to hit the hill, so we'll push him to the 86. Zipinati, nearly to the top. Hallinan, yeah, he can keep pushing an 86. 86 is good. 85 is good. Hagland, coming up on the climb. We'll wait that a little bit longer. -4 on his mountain. What the heck? Somebody shot his dog today or something? Abdullah barely staying ahead of Montez. Much better time trialist. So time trial rating absolutely matters. Give me a 99. Abdullah, same. 340 down for Montez though. So just not good times, period. Panamar. 242 down. At least we still have Derek G, and hopefully he does not get terrible, awful, no good, very bad race day condition. That literally couldn't have been worse. 242 down for a good time trial. It's still our best time of the day so far, but it's entirely due to the initial ratings that just saw him fall off. 237 for Panamar. So Panamar's managed the best time by running an 86 most of the way and then backing off to an 85. Derek G at least gets a +2 and does get some bonuses. He's got a 79 on the pro actually 79 on both, so he's got a 79 today. So we'll kind of roll that 86 a little bit when it's a little steeper. He'll get an ounce of recovery here in just a moment, which will allow me to go 86 again. 87, just a minute 17 down. That's still only 38th though. Better than Milan. It'll push us ahead of him, but it's no way it's going to keep us ahead of Del Toro or Evenepoel. So Derek G drops to 7th place, 42 seconds down. It's still a top 10, but definitely disappointing that we couldn't do more, considering, you know, he's got a little bit of quality. But that's kind of more where we're at, right? Where we're really at. Good enough to be top 40, woohoo! Which brought us down the order a little bit, but fortunately there was some split in the field, and it allowed us to still stay in the top 10. But yeah, that was pretty poor comparatively. Well, with both GC battles totally out of the picture, we were really just focused on what the last 2 stages are, which is 2 sprints. So we have 1 sprint team and we have 1 punchy team, so the punchy team, their race is done. But for the sprint team, this is their final opportunity to do something as we go inside 10K, and Shui takes over at the front. Wang's going to get the free ride as he's the GC guy. We want to make sure he still gets his points. Not that it's much from 19th position, but leave him out of the mix. We're already inside 8K anyway, so it's all good. Shui, can you like soft sprint? What does your soft sprint look like? It's so technical through here actually. 6K. Let's just get on with it. 6K and very technical, lots of turns. So Gottstein trying to pull us forward. Down to the end, 4.6. 4K, okay, we're gonna go. So Burst, we're still not positioned well. He's got pick roll, he's got Zhu with him. 2.3, he's sprinting and he's just not out front. We've had a almost win, but we just couldn't get clear, and when we finally did get clear, it was too late. Zhu, come on, Zhu. Another. Way too technical through here. Pick roll's better placed. I don't think he's going to get a top 3, though. He's probably even going to be 5th. Flynn, Kajicum, Kogut. Yeah, pick roll 5th. Zhu gets 8th. Like, we were literally, there was 8 riders there. There was kind of a front row, back row, and we were the last one in each of the 2 rows. That's okay. That is okay. You know, this actually ended up being a pretty good couple of races. One, we snowballed twice. We got 2 World Tour victories and Pop 5 victories at that. We also got a win here, and it was nearly a 1-2-3-4 finish. It ended up a 1-3-4-5 finish, but still worked out pretty well. And we certainly earned a decent amount of points out of these couple races. Last race, this race was about to start, or at least the Poland one was. And so it held things off for just a moment. Let's push things forward a couple days, see what the points total are after the addition of these 3 races. Yeah, so Derek G just pulled 295 points out of the Tour of Poland, his second highest of the year. Norway, the race right before that, got 260. So that's 2 of the 3 races right there with Derek G pulling the bulk of those, moving up 10 spots to 34th in the rankings. By the way, the rankings are only tabulated once a week, and so you've got to kind of follow into that window, and that last race overlapped into this week where these 2 races were. That's why we hadn't seen the total yet. But 1770 now, good total, and really starting to pull ahead of the rest of the team. There was some reluctance of some of the commenters about G and how effective he would be with the team, but it's clear, at least for this season, not only did he help us make Continental Pro last season, but this season he's providing us the points we need. Or is he? Let's check. How valuable has his points been? Well, World Tour rankings, top 10 is all World Tour. But Arkea is 14th, we are 15th, and Intermarché is 16th. 3 teams right there battling head-to-head, and we are back up into the 2nd position, and we've moved up quite a bit from the 18th we were at just a little bit ago. Look how far away we've pulled away from Samruk and Caja Rural. Right now, the big question, though, is what about the team index? Arkea, Intermarché, are they both still Continental Pro for next season? Is anybody above us in that top 13 going to drop to Continental Pro? Right now, we've dropped 4 spots. We're down to 23rd in the rankings as the biggest names. It's 20th of August, so we're about 2 weeks into the signing of the big riders, the 6-star, the 5.5-star guys. Not really anybody else just yet. The other pieces will begin to fall in place soon after. But we are looking at 1 Continental Pro team, Huggins Berman, moving up to World Tour. Alpecin Deceuninck. Alpecin is the team very much in jeopardy right now. Otherwise, the profile's looking the same. Intermarché and Arkea are very, very close. I'd love to see them bump up, become World Tour, and see somebody behind us in the rankings be the ones to drop. Oh. Alpecin Deceuninck right now is 19th. So if they drop to Continental Pro, we are okay. The silly part, though, is the team that's, on the verge of moving up is only 42nd in the ranking. Holy crap, who the heck did they sign? So at this stage, we are 2nd in what is still a 3-horse race for that battle. Arkea and Intermarché are both pretty close, so they could still maybe feature into World Tour. And, if somebody drops, you want it to be somebody who's behind us in the rankings, which so far, with the possibility of Alpecin Deceuninck dropping, they're only 19th. They at least fit that mold. They are well behind us, over 1,000 points down. That's going to do it for this episode, though. I'm the Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.